All right, here we go. Celtics big win. I tweeted before the game. It was a under the radar big game for the Celtics. They had been after their hot start to the year. It slowed down a little bit, partially due to injuries, partially due to a West Coast trip where they didn't play as well as maybe expected, but kept it close in all those games. And then a frustrating loss to the Nets the day after Thanksgiving. But that set it up for tonight against a team in the Miami Heat that has been on a roll recently, and it went into Milwaukee and won, went into Toronto and beat them, a very good road team. And the Celtics were undefeated at home coming into tonight, so and had the same record as the Heat. So it was poised to be a showdown between two teams that look about even in the Eastern Conference. And the Celtics took care of business after a really bad first quarter, which has been the case almost every game this year. They showed up every quarter after that and really played tremendously well on offense and defense. The first quarter was as bad as you could get. I mean, sloppy with the ball, dumb turnovers, missing shots, playing poor defense. And then they really turned things on in the second and didn't look back from there. So credit to them for adjusting and getting ready to go in the second. Still frustrating that they get out to all these slow starts. Brad Stevens talked about it before the game. Kemba Walker talked about it at halftime. He said that the slow starts are killing them, and it is frustrating. But they do recover, and they recovered in a big way tonight. Obviously, to beat the Heat 112-93, and they really controlled from the second quarter on. Once they seized the lead, they really didn't look back, and they really controlled the whole game. From there on after, I thought it was one of, if not Jaylen Brown's best game as a Celtic. He was on fire tonight, playing great on both sides of the court. Really effective offensively, taking smart shots, making smart passes, hitting his shots, dribbling the ball really well, finishing at the rim. Everything that you were hoping to see out of what Jaylen Brown could be potentially was on display tonight. He gave Jimmy Butler fits. Butler had a great game, but he struggled defensively to stick with Brown sometimes, and that's the sort of potential that Brown's had. So it was really great to see that from Jaylen Brown. Tatum had another solid game. Kemba Walker kept the Celtics afloat with some threes early in the game. Was really the only person who had offense going in the first quarter. I really liked, even though they didn't play that big of minutes, what Cantor and Robert Williams gave the Celtics tonight, especially on the glass. They're fighting hard for rebounds. I also thought, and Tommy mentioned this during the broadcast, if you're watching on TV, Semi Ojeleye played a great game tonight. He hit a three. He was playing excellent defense. He was making right decisions on offense. The one thing I want to complain about, as much as you can complain in an important win where they won by quite a few points, I don't understand the start of Grant Williams. And this is going to be something I've complained about all year long, is that there's an irrational love between Brad Stevens and Grant Williams and the fan base right now, Grant Williams. I participate in the Celtics subreddit like every Celtics nerd there is, as my volume comes on my computer. Very professional. But I participate in the Celtics subreddit, and I'll comment occasionally or start a post. And I said one bad thing about Grant Williams, and I got downvoted to oblivion. Like, I'd never gotten that downvoted before on a post before. I said, like, I criticized him saying basically he doesn't have a lot of potential. I mean, this is a guy who's over 22 shooting threes. And people just jumped on me. Like, listen, he's a great guy. He gave candles to literally everybody who worked for the Celtics. Like, that's awesome. He's really smart. I think he'd probably be an excellent coach. He just doesn't have a lot of potential as an NBA player. He's not particularly fast. He's not particularly strong for his position. He's not athletic. He clearly isn't a great three-point shooter. He hasn't hit one. I just don't see the love affair with him. Just having a high IQ isn't enough to make you a professional basketball player. And Brad Stevens, for someone who's talking about starting out strong and starting out quick, to start Grant Williams tonight, a guy who contributes really nothing offensively outside of setting screens, I just don't understand that. And that just sort of goes to this irrational love affair people have with him. Again, he seems like a great guy. I have no qualms about his personality. I'm just saying I don't see him playing the amount of minutes he's getting and helping the team. I'd rather see those minutes go to Cantor, honestly. I don't know why they don't play Cantor more. He's the best rebounder on the team. He's their best low post scorer. I think he should get more minutes. But, what do I know? I'm just a dude sitting on his couch with his special guest person, my wife.
That looks like shit. Why are you doing this to me?
It's funny. Good Celtics insight, honey. So that's it until Friday when the Celtics get a chance at revenge against the Denver Nuggets. I thank how many people do we have in the chat today? 7,325,036. Wow, that's a new record. 7 million. That's pretty good. No response. All right, I'll see you all on Friday. Big Celtics win, important game, and they got it done. All right, see ya.